Hey,
Hello.
how are you?
You're golden.
Yeah, life is golden, baby. Life is golden.
Good. That's good. Life should be golden right
Yep.
now. So how was your trip?
Trip as well. Welcome to the reality of love. I'm Lenny Green.
I'm Indy Smith.
She has some tan too. Were you in Jamaica? St.
No,
Martin?
I will never be going back to Jamaica, but thank you. Again, I've been there twice. I don't need to go anymore.
Well, what parts did you go to?
Montego Bay.
On both occasions. Well, there's a lot to go to.
I know, but I don't need
Ocho
to.
Rios.
That's okay.
Oh, you had an experience there.
I had a great time in Jamaica.
You sure?
Yeah,
You know
enough
what?
to not have to go
Your
back.
words say that you had a great time. Your
Yes.
eyes say something totally different.
Oh,
Because the eyes are the windows
Goes
to
to the
the
soul?
soul.
okay.
So Jamaica was phenomenal.
Great.
You know
You
what?
look refreshed. You really do. You look
Well,
refreshed.
I'm totally exhausted.
Oh,
But that's the truth. But I could, yes, there is. Yeah, you can pick them
oh.
up.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, I'm totally exhausted because I mean it was work. I mean
Yeah.
it wasn't really a vacation. I took my mom with me to Jamaica. It was a vacation for her and for
That's
anyone else
good.
that might be watching us right now. It was probably a vacation for you, but it was work for me. And it was good work.
hmm
It's great to work in paradise.
Beautiful place. Yeah.
Yeah, so
And it's warm.
I love the Caribbean. And to give you a picture, when we flew out Wednesday, because I took David Levy's jet, and we flew out. Oh, you didn't know he had a jet?
I mean,
David Levy, Mr. Rockin' You, Rockin' You.
I'm sure. Yeah. I'm not surprised that he, has a jet.
So I took his jet, and Mom and I, we flew down. early.
Okay.
When we got on the plane, on the jet,
hmm
it was raining, cold, and unbelievable. I was like, I can't wait to get out of here. We left right after the show on Wednesday.
Okay.
We
Okay.
got down there a little before everybody.
Okay.
Everybody else came Thursday, later on Thursday.
Okay.
So, man, it was just a interesting experience.
But
But we had one time.
you've been to Montego Bay before.
Been to Montego Bay.
Okay.
The only place I haven't been in Jamaica is Negril.
I hear that that's the most beautiful.
That's what I've heard. But I can't swim. Now, David Levy tried to drown me.
Oh,
Because
is this? You need to say allegedly, or did he?
allegedly? No, allegedly. I
Well,
made
he's
this whole
here,
thing up.
so it didn't work.
I
even
made
if,
the whole thing up because David says, "Hey, brethren, you got to dip in the water because the water is a healer.
Mhm.
It's salt water, it's great water.
Even our dirty water here is a healer. Believe it or
Right,
not,
yeah,
it
right.
is. Okay.
Right, but it doesn't look like the water down
No.
in the Caribbean.
No, it doesn't.
And it was a joke. I mean, obviously, but went into the water. And he kept. Now David can swim. I can't swim.
Yeah.
So he kept going further out, further out. Like, yo, dude, I
Yeah,
know
when
my
you come back-
limitation. I cannot do that at all. But it was fun. We had a great time. My mom had a wonderful time, and it looks like everyone who went with us had a great time. You know what? I've been saying this for a minute. I'm going to get you on one of these trips.
But it doesn't have to be the Jamaica one.
No, I know. We already
Okay.
know that you don't want to go back to
Thank you.
Jamaica. But we're going to get you one of these islands
Okay.
one day.
Woohoo!
So you can turn up as well.
You know what?
You and Madison did a great job. Thank you.
Oh, we had a shenanigans
heard.
good time.
I heard.
You
Without
should
me.
watch it.
I watched some of it.
Oh, good. What do you mean some of it?
Some of it. I didn't watch the whole thing.
Why not?
Time was
Oh,
working
we have
against me.
treats for you though, because Quay was here.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Oh, I
really.
didn't know.
Well, I didn't know either. It was kind of a surprise. She just came up and hung up. So the crew is here.
Well, I want to know what kind of treats. Could you care to share this week, just in case we go?
No, no. It is a surprise for everyone, and
For who?
for you and for everyone
Well, when we're going to see the surprise?
when you see it, when it's ready.
Oh, come on. Are you serious? That
Very
you know what?
serious. I'm so
Okay.
excited.
All right. You know what? They got me.
What?
They got me. Now,
Yes.
now, if you didn't watch it, I want you to go to Global Veto on.
No, they're not. That's not even the surprise. Yes, go and watch it on YouTube. But there's more.
Oh, what's more?
I'm not talking. You're gonna make me spill the
Did you have
beans.
Taraji P. Henson?
No, you
Yeah.
wish. We can get her up in here. When she comes into New York, I'm sure she'll come to the station.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And I better be
I'm
here
sure.
because she is like a sister. Hello. A sister in my head.
Yeah, she's a sister.
There are a couple of women we need to get up here that
Like
are
who?
sisters
You
in my
you need to
head.
start making your list.
Okay, well, Iyanla, I told you that already. So Taraji, I definitely want Taraji. Can I please have Angela Bassett come up here, please?
I don't think Angela Bassett's
Just work on it.
husband.
It'll work. She's following me on Facebook. So I'm
She's
going to hit her
following you?
up. Yeah, she is.
Oh, you got it like that. Well, hey, if she's
I
following
hope
you.
it's the real her.
Well, look, if she's following you, then that's a great thing.
Yeah.
I think that's a wonderful thing.
So we'll see. And shout outs to my boy Todd Tucker and Candy Tucker. I went to school with Todd, and they got married. So shout outs to them.
The Tuckers.
Yeah, the Tuckers.
Wow.
Harlem boy meets Southern girl.
Like that, huh?
You. I had Ishay go get me this cupcake because Vito says I'm a big girl in my mind.
You have a big girl appetite.
Yes.
Hey, look, you know what?
But she puts it right here.
So we're talking about a pretty interesting topic tonight to kind of put us back on track. Should you resort to friends and family
For advice?
for advice when it comes to relationship issues?
Mm-hmm.
What do you say?
Oh boy. Oh gosh. I don't even know where to start with this. I'm going to say if it's your last resort, if you and your spouse or mate have, tried to communicate and it doesn't work and you need a middle person, if a friend or family member is your last resort, but they understand respect of a relationship and balance and they're sovereign.
Hold on, you asking for a lot. Here's the first
I'm
thing.
not
Here's the first thing though.
I don't just want to say no. I don't want to just say no
But
because
you're losing sight of it
you
because,
might have someone that just has a good sense of
but we have the control.
communication.
So shouldn't it start with the person
Right. So
who has the problem?
So I'm
If I
saying
have a problem with you.
but if we've tried and it's not working,
so you
then guess what? So to make it even, you get a person, I get a person that we trust to be about the relationship.
But what about the
not
person who hit us up
sides.
online and said that if we resort to doing something like that, then now it paints a picture in the mind of whoever we're sharing this information with about this individual that we're involved with.
So, but that's why I said they need to be sovereign.
Look, you know what? You want a
I
perfect situation.
I just don't want to say no because what if there is someone? Okay, I'm going to say no. No, you all need to work it out. But that's the whole point. You all can't work it out.
Okay.
I say go see a therapist.
That's what I was waiting to hear. See,
But you might be able to save some money.
Hey, look, if you're telling me what you said a moment ago, that you tried to work it out and then it just hasn't been happening,
right?
Then instead of going to you get a person, I get a person,
get a therapist.
Get a therapist.
A lot of people aren't going to get a. That's just a real.
Well, I know, especially black people don't do that.
Go to church, child out nothing. I'm not saying nothing. No, I mean, yeah, sometimes it does. Right. Ishay is saying, right. I mean, I'm not a definite no on it, but I am about being private,
Yeah, no, I
and
get
respecting and boundaries in a relationship.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it can mess up a relationship if you keep going outside of your relationship to have conversation.
What do you say? 1-855-453-6694. We're kind of curious to hear your feedback. I know we have some folks on hold. Ishay is answering our love lines, and we'd like to get your thoughts on this. And we'll definitely reveal some of those conversations. We have some folks on hold, right? So, Vito, can we pull up some of those calls? Who's on the first one? Willie. Okay. Hey, Willie.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm pretty good, man. Say hello to Indy.
Hey, how you doing, Indy? Lenny Green, I'd like to say one thing first. You're doing a very good job, the show.
Thank you, bro.
And the topic tonight is I appreciate it's like a seatbelt. Because when you got family and you got friends involved in relationships, you got two ways to go. You got release your friends or you stay with the family. But all in all, the person you want to be with as a soulmate, that's the one you're supposed to love. If your friends don't understand and your family don't, you know what to do, right? You take care of yourself, and then y'all try to work it out together. Because in the long run, your family's there. Your friends might want to be with the girl that you're trying to be with. That's another thing also, because you never know. They might put something in the game to make you feel like you don't want to be with that person and tell you lies, deception, deceive you. Then at the end of the day, you don't never know.
No, I got you.
With that person, they were just telling you, don't be with him, don't be with her. Because I'm going through the same relationship right now.
Say it happened to you.
Friends and everything. You
Okay.
know, and that's the sad part, because when you have friends that's supposed to care for you, that's one thing. When you got family love you, that's another. Your family can tell you another direction too. Okay, I don't like the way she's treating you. But then again, your friends will go back the same way. So like a seatbelt, one way you got to clip it, one you got to let it go. It's up to that person and that woman and man to understand each other. Because at the end of the day, that's the person you want to be with and relate yourself to. If you can't do that, you'll never have anything, and you're still going to have to look at your friends and your family the next day.
Hey.
And WBLS, thank you for having me on the air, and have a very good night.
Well, hold on. Hold on, Willie. Hold on, Belair. Hold on just a minute. So my question to you, would you resort to a therapist?
Would I resort to a service?
A therapist, as opposed to going to a family member, as opposed to going to a friend.
Okay,
Would you?
I'm going to be honest with you. Right now, the way I'm looking at relationships, I'm in the same situation right now. Their friends will tell you one lie to deceive you because they want the person you're with. Their family tell you one thing, and then they want you to disapprove of it. So right now, it's mind over matter. That's what it's called by. It's called a sequence. Mind over matter. It's your mind, and the girl is your matter. What you want first, your mind or your matter, or who's going to take care of you? If you ain't got neither one, guess what? You still have to deal with your friends and your family. It's up to that woman and that man to choose what they want. If they don't want that, then nobody can help you but yourself or a psychiatrist.
Oh,
you
so
know?
I guess it's yes.
It's common sense. It's
Maybe
like
I
said,
say go to the psychiatrist, man.
Yeah, because that's what they have to do. Because guess why? In the long run, who you gonna still be with? You lost your friend because of what he said, and then she might be with him, or her might be with this one, and then your family say, "I told you," and you still lost. So you still. Sometimes a man lose, sometimes a woman lose. But guess what? Two people can't be lost because somebody got to find each other somewhere.
Hey, Willie, thanks for calling in tonight, man. Appreciate you, sir.
All right, Lenny Green, I love you, man. Play my Tony Braxton. That's the record I need to hear right now. And Babyface.
Oh, okay. All right. I think I played it a little earlier, but I'll check. All right?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, my
that
brother.
back on for me.
Peace.
You have a good night, man.
You too.
107.5 W.
BLS. I got you. We're on to the second one? Hello?
Hello.
Hey, Nate.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, man. Thanks for checking in with me. I appreciate it. Say hello to my co-host, Indy Smith.
Hey, Miss Indy.
Hi, Nate. How are you?
Hey, I'm blessed. I can't complain.
That's great.
So what's your thoughts on this, brother?
I agree with everybody with communication is the key, but I feel that when you're going through something, whether it be, if it's something religious, you go to your pastor. If you don't understand math and science, you go through a teacher. And you have to watch who you call family and friends. I don't think there's nothing wrong with getting advice from somebody who's in it, who's, you don't go to somebody whose relationship is failing because misery loves company. But if you have grandparents, my grandparents been married 60 years. Why wouldn't I go to them advice? The parent for advice, apparently they doing something correct.
But
I mean, I don't think you should go to every homeboy and homegirl who, got 7 baby mothers, but somebody who's seasoned and somebody who's been through it and somebody who's going through it, that track records proves that whatever they're doing works. I don't think there's nothing wrong with getting advice. Yeah. But I think you do have to be careful with who you talk to because sometimes people want to plant bad seeds in you because their stuff's not working out. They don't want yours to work out either.
Wow, that's deep. That is deep. All right, brother, that's some sound advice. I appreciate your thoughts on this tonight, brother.
Definitely.
All right, brother, have a great weekend.
All right, cool.
This is the reality of love.
I like how he said grandparents.
Yeah, that was key. I mean,
Yeah,
we're in a different generation, though.
Yeah. That's actually, it's actually endearing to hear someone say grandparents. There are not many grandparents left to adults. you know, and just to have that wisdom as adults. I would love to have my grandparents right now
Same here.
at my age,
Right.
because the
That would be a
relationship would
blessing.
be different, right? So there's something to say about that. That's good therapy right there.
Yeah.
But shout outs to Nate. I that's what I meant by like sovereign, someone that's gonna respect the relationship or a relationship, and knows that the relationship is actually bigger than the individual person. Because there's no, what is it? There's no I in team.
No iron team.
No I in team. So yeah. So that
But
was a
that-
good one.
Yeah, I mean, we're living in a different day and age.
I
Excuse
think
me.
we should stop saying that.
We do.
Well, no, we do.
The grandparents
However,
of
but
yesteryear.
I think we need to stop. We need to stop saying it and putting it out there like we're just gonna settle for it. I don't think we should settle for it. Like your generation, my generation, like we're still here to not settle for it.
Settle for what?
Just basically rein this BS in about people, men and women, being like not being accountable for their actions.
But see,
and how they treat,
No,
how
I
we
feel you.
treat one
Well,
another.
I mean, again, what was tolerable back in the day is not tolerable now. We can't
give me
say.
an example.
I don't know. I wasn't living back in the day, but I'm just saying things. I'm sure everything wasn't on the straight and narrow at every given moment of your grandparents and my grandparents.
Right.
But they've learned how to go
Respect.
through. Well, obviously that had to be there. But they learned how to also work through some things. They also tolerated some things that in this day and age, a lot of people are just not going to tolerate.
Okay. Yeah, we're microwave. We have microwave
Quick, fast, in a hurry.
relationships. Yes, it's like we heat it up, it's done, we're done. Next. So I don't know. It's like, well, when does it end? When do we stop? Since it wasn't always like this. I'm not saying every relationship is going to be perfect. And everyone in the past, let's say 20 years ago. Let's say the beginning of the 80s. Things just started to go to crap. Let's just say, I'm not saying it was.
Right.
So it can't go back. We can't, being courted can't be in style anymore. Women cannot decide that, you know what,
why?
I'm going to put
Because-
clothes on and I'm going to be courted.
I'm not going to say it cannot happen. I can't say that evolution will not take place, but it's not being enforced. It's not being taught. It's not being instructed for young men, even young ladies. I mean, there's some small little organizations around the country that are doing things infrastructurally, within their community or within their section of the part of the country that they're living in. And hopefully that's going to transcend. Hopefully, if I think it's possible for that to transcend into other things, but on a general scale, again, things have just changed, I believe, so drastically that people's values, people's perspective, because we're living in a microwave generation.
Do you think it's our society? Do you think it's our Western culture? Because people are still going through arranged marriages. What do you feel about arranged marriages?
I've never had that opportunity.
Okay. Would you have liked for your mom
for a princess to
No. No. Would you have liked for your mom to pick your wife? Wow. I wish she was here. I wish Mama Green was here right now.
You know what? I trust my mom.
Right. So, right now, do
Right
you
now.
think your mom can pick your wife?
I think she could have a pretty good idea of who would be good for
And
me.
would you be willing to relinquish control and trust that, she's picking a wife? Maybe not someone, she's not going to do the attraction thing first, but she's going to choose someone that, is going to take care of your well-being and protect you like she would. Just,
And I think that's what my mom would definitely look at.
and that's
first.
what she would want for you.
Yeah, she definitely would want
So
somebody.
those things are happening today, and it turns out
In what country?
that like Hindu and some, it turns out that the marriages last. Like, they might not be attracted at first, but they love one. Like, you fall in love with the family, because the family is what matters. Like the bigger picture is the family, not you look good, I look good, you make me happy, you make me happy. For right now, we're lusting and we're gonna get together. It's really about the unit of the family.
Could you deal with that?
Wow,
No,
could I have
I've
my
met
mother?
both of your parents. Could you deal with your mom or your dad or both of them saying to you,
choosing
Indy,
someone for
this,
me?
because we've seen the kind of men you've already chosen, obviously. That. So, well, because
I know he's got. I'm just not.
so,
I haven't been a good judge of character.
well, I've only heard through the grapevine. I don't
Younger,
know
when I was younger,
I
my
heard through the grapevine recently, like earlier tonight, that you go after ratchet
the
guys.
ratchet guys. You know what? I made a comment, and I don't want to put his name out there because who knows? He might not be ratchet.
Right.
But I made a comment that someone was handsome, and I've always had a crush on him, and he happens to be in the NBA. I didn't say anything, Vito. I didn't say
she
his
didn't say
name.
anybody's name, but
So yeah, I mean, my pickings have been questionable. That's why I'm
so why do
choosing.
you? Well, why you? Wow,
No.
Vito's saying all of them.
No, actually, when I was just saying, when I was younger, I had great. It wasn't until I hit my 30s. What happened?
That you became. What
That's
is it about?
You know what? You know what happened? I started picking in the generation of after the 80s.
So
I just
want to know though.
Crack age messed everything up, and now all we have is crackheads.
And you pick them all.
Yep. Ratchet.
Hey, this is the reality of love. I just want you to understand that, and I appreciate you watching.
Mind you, since they think that, hook a sister up. Like they know
With
enough.
another ratchet guy?
Hold up, they know enough non-ratchet, right?
You're not going after the. It's just almost like
I don't have time. I'm not in the environment, so hook me up. I like to read. I want him to be able to read. I
want him to have a stamped passport.
Yes, please travel. That's important.
Yeah, I mean, it is important, but it doesn't elevate him to a greater standard.
Didn't I say y'all pick him and don't let him be ratchet? So there you go.
Well, I'm not going to even.
No.
Okay, you know what?
You're missing my point. My point
No, I
is,
got your point.
I think maybe we do need to go back to arranged marriages.
Arranged marriages.
Yes.
That's another. You know what? Next week I'm going to talk about arranged marriages.
I mean, it can't. Nothing can hurt us in our side of the pond more than we've already been doing. I mean, our women are naked all the time. Like we're.
Look, I got it.
Squeaking like
I got
crazy.
it. Yeah, no.
We have someone else. Someone else wanted to chime in on our.
Well, there was I did a
Isha's.
contest on air.
Oh.
So a lot of people are calling in to win the contest.
What contest is it?
Tamar Braxton is coming to town.
Oh.
Speaking of concerts, though, shout out to everyone who's going to be hopefully attending the concert that I'm hosting tomorrow night in Newark Symphony Hall with the Whispers and Jeffrey Osborne. And then that show goes from Newark Symphony Hall to NYCB Theater in Westbury, Long Island.
Okay.
Do I have VIP tickets?
I want more Charlie Wilson. When is he coming back to New York?
I heard he was just in town. I don't know. Oh, we do. Okay, yeah. We need to speak to that person, Ish.
I need to be able to create my own concert. So there's a couple of people. Just have them come up here and they can sing one song each. So I'm going to need Joe, Charlie Wilson. Excuse me? Did you just call Uncle Charlie ratchet?
Oh, man.
That's okay, though. He's classy, old school, clean ratchet. He's not ratchet like I don't know any better. No. Are you really? I dare him to say any of this.
We used to call him, Shirley used to call him Uncle Cornrow. And I think it got to him after a while, so he said, you know what?
But they're gone.
Yeah, the cornrows are gone.
Everyone has a past, Vito.
Yep.
Wait, Vito, didn't you have hair? You used to have hair, Vito.
Really? Are you sure?
No, but he told me. Actually, I think I did. I think we can look in the archives of a Facebook or a Twitter or something and find them.
So we have somebody online?
Yeah, Teddy online. Hi, Teddy.
Hey, Teddy.
Hello?
Oh, hold on, Teddy.
Oh.
Teddy.
Excuse me?
Oh,
Is this Teddy?
and sipping.
No, this is Noreen.
Noreen. Oh, I'm sorry, Noreen.
How you doing?
Uh,
Is this Lenny?
this is Lenny. Yes.
How you doing, Lenny? I'm calling up to talk about the topic tonight.
All right, Noreen. I want you to say hello to my co-host, Indy.
Hi, Indy. How you doing?
I'm well.
What's your
You
thoughts
know,
on the topic tonight?
You're talking about a topic. People don't realize communications, like the brother said earlier, is the main thing. I lost my love of my life by a freak accident, a car accident crossing the street.
Mm. So sorry to hear that.
Arguing, fussing, and fighting, and communication. And if you love someone, and as far as telling your friends and family, your true friends and family will just listen to you. They will say, well, baby, you hang in there, or you do what you have to do. They won't say leave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because everybody who, my family, I come from a loving family. I'm from Westchester. I come from a loving family. And those that love me, if they want to say that to me, if I give, I mean, if it's like that, they would say that, but they would just say, you hang in there if you need me. But two people, if you tell them about your relationship, like you said, you don't tell too much. And those that you do tell, friends or family, you hope that those are you telling, unless somebody's beating on me personally, because everybody has their story.
Right.
How can I tell you to leave him because y'all had an argument, or because he made a baby with somebody else? I can't tell you that.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I can tell you.
You can tell.
You
They,
understand? I cannot tell you that.
why not?
Because that's your choice. Only thing I can say is, I'm there for you. Are you happy? You have things to think about, decisions to make. That's it. I'm not going to judge you
But if
one way or another.
okay, but if they're coming to you with the help of helping them make a decision,
Oh, the help, I will be there for you.
right.
I will be there for you. And if you get weaker and weaker, yes, well, then you need to leave or you need to make a decision.
Okay.
I will always be that way. How you come at me.
Right. Right. No, I get it, and I think if a person is coming to you, that's what they're looking for. They're looking to do two things.
But I can't make you help. I can't tell you what decision to make, though.
Right. No, I got
You
you.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because then if I say, oh, leave that motherfucker, he ain't no good, this, that, and other, then you're going to look at me when you're back with him and you told him what I said. Now, the key thing is, as friends, is what is said. If you go back and tell him, Noreen said whatever, so then how was our relationship going to be if you went back and told him what I said? He's going to cause friction with that, and I'm your, excuse me, even though it's supposed to be vice versa, male and female best friend, I'm your best one. I'm going to give you what I feel from my heart, but I've learned you never say that, boo-boo. As long as you're happy, I'm happy. As long as ain't no hitting going on or whatever.
Right.
But when you ask my advice, I'm going to give it to you. How you deal with it and take it, that's it.
You're right.
Right.
She's
but
right.
I tell anybody who cares about anybody, loves anybody, I lost mine. I'm still struggling. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we had our situations, we had our problems and issues, but that was my rock.
I got you.
Okay? And even with my family, he was my rock. My daughter's not his, but he raised her, did everything. He was a rock for his family and mine. But he was the rock. You hear what I'm saying? As far as the finance, everything. He was the rock.
Right.
And I loved him with all his force. But
I understand.
we did have like the guy said, how you fell in love, you got to bring that spark back to, wait a minute, when it gets to that point, wait a minute.
Do the same things you did in the beginning.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to. If you don't do that, then, like people say, men stray, hey, excuse me, how did you fall in love? Yeah, you get kids or you work every day or whatever, but you got to keep that spark. I mean, I used to dance for him, and he used to look at me and laugh, and I would be like, why you laughing? I ain't sexy. But he was like, you got that stupid grin on your face. Not that he didn't enjoy me dancing, but I guess I don't know how to do it like they do in the clubs.
Hey, look, I understand. Look, you were his own private sexy dancer, and you gave him what?
Hello, and but like I said, people don't realize if you love somebody, whatever issues you're going through, you still bring it down to how did you fall in love? Let's recapture that love. Unless, like I said, it's abusive. If it ain't abusive, then you go back to, come on, boo. Everybody got to listen to everybody. But you'll never know until you lose something.
Yeah.
Right, you're absolutely right.
And it's rare because you ain't going to find it again. Ain't nobody going to accept your flaws, your whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just glad I'm getting to you because I carry it every day, but it's all right, though.
Well, Noreen.
You know what I'm saying? I know I still have to live my life, and I haven't sometimes done it to the best of my ability, but I still know I got to go on because I was loved. Like Whitney used to say, as long as that song, You Were Loved, I'm good because I was loved in my lifetime. But people need not to wait to know that you were loved. If you have something, you better appreciate it and fight for it if it's worth fighting for.
Well, Noreen, I appreciate you airing it out and really keeping it real with us tonight.
And I appreciate you listening to me.
We'll definitely keep you in our prayers. You stay strong and you keep moving forward, okay?
Yes, thank you.
All right,
thank you very much.
Take it easy. This is the reality of love. I'm Lenny Green, Indy Smith. We get real calls. These are real calls. This is not fake. This is not fabricated in any way, shape, and form. And we appreciate those calls.
That's a good question. Now, I know it's easy to say I'd rather have it, but honestly, would you rather go without being or having that kind of love, or having it and losing it?
Wow. I think anything lost is more devastating. No.
And I mean, you don't miss what you don't miss what you don't have.
Well, no, you do miss what you.
Well, no, what you don't have. Like if I've never experienced that before.
Oh. Yeah, but I think we all fantasize, or we all hope to have a certain level of a.
I don't know. I.
You don't know what that's about yet.
I don't. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. So, then better to not have had that and then lost it. Then not. I don't know. Right as I sit here right now.
Better to have love and lost. Better to have love and lost than not love at all.
I've loved, but I don't think I've had the love yet. Okay. I don't think so. I really don't think so.
Okay, but you have an idea though, right, of how you would want the ultimate love in your life to treat you, appreciate you, embrace you, respect you.
Yes. So my thing is, if I ever had that, and then
if it was all up in your face,
and had it for a minute, like say I had it for like 10 years, and then something happens,
and it would be devastating.
I think I'd rather go without.
Well,
as I sit here now, this is just me today.
We don't have the luxury and the playing the cards like that. You know what I'm saying? Look, it's not. This is not. Let's make a deal.
It's kind of like, well, you can't be an ex-girlfriend if you're not ever a girlfriend.
And you're gonna have to be a girlfriend to become that ex too.
So you would rather you don't mind going through that, finding that love, and then if you lose it, then
look,
you'd rather have it.
I think. Well, yeah. I mean, I definitely want to experience that.
Okay.
But to lose something is devastating.
That you've been waiting a long. This is the thing too. You've been waiting a long time for it. So you
I know
want
about
it.
that in my life.
You want it, and you want to spend the rest of your life with it. Right. You don't want it anymore part-time or temporary. You want it to stay. Like, we're going to be here for the next 50 years. And then we better close our eyes at the same time.
And you know what?
Our souls leave together in the sky.
But check it out. That's how some people, especially those who have been with each other for so long, they grieve. And because they have been so close and so connected to each other, when one passes, sometimes it doesn't take
Oof,
too
I just
long.
really felt her heaviness, and I just, yeah.
The reality of love tonight. The topic tonight is repeat it again.
Should you involve your friends and family into your relationship issues? Confiding in your friends and family hurt your relationship?
Paulette hit us up on Facebook. She says, "The more fingers in the pie, and the more the pie gets ruined. So don't put no fingers. Don't
That's
put
really
around
gross.
fingers in
I don't want to see any fingers in my fruit in my pie.
Oh, I'm sure Indy, under the right circumstances,
You know what?
mind some fingers. Yeah.
Really?
Come on, let's keep it real.
Really?
Indy, come on, really?
I was talking about
As
daggone
many
pie.
ratchet
You know I'm a
guys as
fat
you
girl.
did- Now, with the right ratchet guy, he put his finger, in that cupcake and fed it to you. You wouldn't like it? I'm despicable. I'm real. You know?
Oh! Oh! Should I bring it? Should I bring it? All right. So, Lenny. So you didn't watch last week's show? You didn't watch the whole thing?
No, just read a little part.
Okay.
What's so
So-
funny, Vito? What's so funny, Vito?
Wait.
Stick around, Dr. Bob Lee. I
When
may
you,
need help.
wait, you came in. Did you come in really quickly last week? Do you remember a certain part last week? You want to take a seat? So, Lenny, we all have different ways of pleasing people and what we like. We like to receive. What we like to receive. Why did I eat this chocolate right now? Like all in my teeth. Okay. What we like to receive and what we like to give. So a question was posed to me via text weeks ago. This has been just like trickling over my poor life. And it came to me, I can't express it the way it came to me, but this is from a guy, do real men eat the bottom? Do real men eat the bottom?
What did Vito say?
Vito said, hell no. Wait, Bent was here. Bent was like, hell no.
And the doctor?
I don't remember. Dr. Bob, what did you say? No, right? You said no. He said no. I don't remember what Dr. Bob said. Yeah, the bottom. Yes, the bottom of the cake. So
Do women like that?
Apparently they do, because from what I understand, someone told me that everyone that he surveyed, they do. They do. And they like eating the bottom of the cake. So, do you eat the bottom of the cake? And do you like the bottom of the cake eaten from you? I'm sorry. Hey.
This is a setup.
It's
really
not a setup. This
Why
is
do I
part
get
of the
hit with
conversation.
this?
You weren't here last week. If you were here, you'd have to answer the question.
Okay, well, let me survey this out just for a minute. So what did Madison say and Quay?
Quay said basically a lot of men hide the fact, like it's taboo. Just like, oral sex used to be taboo. Nobody wanted to claim it or talk about it. Now it's open. So they're saying that she said that it's still taboo, but when it's not taboo, then men will come out and be open with it.
Wow.
Madison, I don't remember Madison's response, actually. I really don't. Sean Ross was like, well, no, I'm not doing that.
Oh, Sean Ross was there?
Yes.
He came last week?
Yes.
Oh, you had
What
a
did you
full-fledged
watch?
I guess I wasn't watching the right thing.
Oh, goodness.
Wow, so how do we...
So nobody here eats the bottom of the cake. Nobody here ate it. You were missing.
I don't know what kind of bottom of the cake we're talking about now. Oh, okay. Got it. Got it.
I didn't even know where to go. I just want to run away.
I don't know why she ran away on that.
I just want to run away.
I just want to run.
Far.
Cold cup of water.
Far away.
Don't forget the floss after.
Oh gosh, that's really a hard situation to deal with, man. I mean,
No.
no, I said that's a hard situation. I'm sure to have to deal with, but it's if she's your diehard, if she's your woman, if she's your wife,
Okay.
and
I've always said that that's a marriage situation.
You
Like that's you putting a ring on it. There's a ring to that level of stuff.
Wow.
At least you still brown. Oh no, your cheeks are a little red.
You're colorblind. I've learned that over.
I am not colorblind.
You're colorblind.
So yeah, that was a juicy topic last week.
That was the topic?
No, it wasn't the topic. It just happened to be one of the topics. There was a bunch of topics.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Yes,
but that's okay because of course I'm going to include him. Okay. Do you think, whether you do it or not, do you think more men need to be open and open-minded about it?
It's hard to say. It really depends on the person that you're with.
Okay.
If it's somebody who you're serious with, yes. A wife, most definitely.
Okay.
Especially if she loves stuff like that.
Mm.
Because here's the other side of the coin. They say a man's erogenous zone, one of the most stimulating part
is
of a man's,
there.
and time out. Like, I have been in situations where women tried to go that direction. Like,
Yeah,
whoa. But obviously, they know something that others don't.
Well, is it? I think we should. If anything, we need to do a survey on just a plethora of cultures with men and women on it. Yeah, because I'm wondering if once again that's our Western, freaked out about everything perspective on sex.
Well, everything is freaked out recently about Will Smith's wife. Will Smith's daughter. And Jada, you see the picture that hit the Twitter?
No. What?
But everybody's freaked out on it because she's 13 and the boy that she was in the bed with, who had a shirt off. Now, again, it was an innocent photo. They weren't doing anything. I think Zoe Smith was clothed. But the young man had pants on, but he didn't have a top on. He didn't have a shirt on.
Okay.
So he's 20.
Okay.
And
she's 13.
She's 13. Now,
20.
She's curled like a semi-curl in a fetal position, yeah. So
okay.
The social media has went off on this particular situation.
Okay.
Western culture, right? That's what you're talking about. Now, in Europe, it's not taboo.
Right.
Europeans have such a different open perspective. Children see nudity at a very early age.
Very early. Like it's open.
So
like breasts are no
nothing.
big
Right,
deal. It's like a man's
Over
chest.
here, it's crazy.
Right.
Right. Right.
But
you
then,
go to a beach.
But then we
open.
promote it.
Well, we don't promote bare all.
We don't.
You may promote promiscuity. But.
Yeah, okay. But if we all know that women have breasts. We all know each other's body parts. And okay, so we're not covered up. If we cover up and we sell sex but covered up, we're still selling sex. If I don't cover up but it's normal and I'm not selling sex, I'm just normally disrobed at the top. It's what you're trying to sell. It's the perspective. What's
different about it?
Well, no, what I'm saying is everything is about how big a woman's behind is here. And it might not be all out, like you can't see the ass crack on TV, but that's sensationalized. Whereas there, it's no big deal to see a woman's breast. It's not sensationalized. It's a part of her body. So like we say, oh, we don't want to see a 13-year-old cuddled up with any type of man, but then we'll show women's asses all the time, and that's like really.
But you won't see the ass. You'll see the shape of the ass. You'll see it in the pants, but you won't see it.
Okay, so why? Okay, so let me see. Why do I have to see somebody go into Magic City on a reality show all the time? Why do I see a woman here talking to her man and an ass right here in front of her man's face? But then I get upset because I see Willow like just booed up with a guy that we don't even know. Come on, we're just a bunch of hypocrites.
Sure.
We're hypocrites.
Yeah.
Judgmental hypocrites. I say, show the human body and let people know. How is that freaky? They're wondering what she's doing. Is she having sex at age 13?
She's in a bed. She's in a bed. She's in a bed with the 20-year-old. But
Oh, a 20-year-old man. He is 13. He's 18. He's 20. He's 20
as he
years
gets a
of
little older,
age.
as they get a little older, it won't be
Right.
drastic.
I mean, if when she turns 16, she'll still probably be and with her parents. And I'm just saying, but seeing that once again, these people get married off at young ages in other cultures. You have these child brides, and I'm not saying it's right, but I don't know.
Are you open for it?
Child brides?
Yeah.
No, not for any culture. No, I think that you still, innocence is innocence. I mean, I understand that most people are raised and prepped for it. But I think every human being, male or female, until your mind can cognitively make proper decisions, you should be allowed to be a child.
Wow.
That's just my opinion. And
No, I agree.
You know, if your body is working and functioning to reproduce, that's one thing. But you need to understand why that is before I just let you off and do it. Just because it's our way to do and we want the family to stay big. No, I don't. I think, babies are still babies. We need to, and speaking of babies, like we have to talk about these missing girls and how we support.
Oh, yeah.
We support this cause of bringing back our girls, and we don't know what to do, but any support we can give, we will.
Yeah, we're making a transition. But first, thanks for watching The Reality of Love tonight. Every Thursday, from 11 to midnight, we do this
We do
program.
a lot.
Yeah, and we cover spectrum, mainly, of course, relationships and love and obviously sex. But we're going to make a transition slightly over to a more social issue that I just really got wind of. I didn't get a chance to get briefed and in a full, in-depth perspective of the situation that has happened in Nigeria. But Indy, I guess you can.
I mean, I don't know all the details. I know it's 279 young girls. Like that's insane to me that someone can go and just kidnap a whole building, like just take over all, but they're young. So, and I don't know if did they harm the caretakers? I don't know all of the details. I just know that Ishay and I were reading something on CNN, and it seems as though our government, because France, Britain, and China and our government are involved, so they're going over, but they're saying our government thinks that they're separated already. They've separated them. Because
the last report I had heard when I first learned about this story was that the president was not going to send troops over there.
Right.
So now that's changed.
Well, yeah, that's changed. Like when the world is involved, the United States has no luxury of sitting back and not doing anything. Like you have to.
The other
do
countries
something.
were involved with this before we got involved with it.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. The thing is, I think, and this is just my opinion. No one else. No, this is just my Indy's opinion. I find it interesting that we get involved when the rest of the world gets involved because, and especially in this situation, culturally, they are girls of color. And fortunately and unfortunately, other countries, other cultures see people of color as humans.
Mm-hmm.
We unfortunately do not. We still do not embrace people of color the way that we should. So I'm not surprised that America would be the last one. And I don't know, but yeah.
So to kind of give you a more full-rounded perspective on this, allegedly there is a group, a terrorist
Islamic
group,
group.
that's headed by Boko Haram, right?
Haram.
Haram, Boko Haram, that has kidnapped girls from 2 schools in Nigeria.
Mhm.
Estimated total of over 200 girls. 276 was the number I saw.
Okay.
Now you said the troops have not gone out yet. Oh, did go out. Okay.
Well, yeah, and and then he actually attacked, shot back, and hurt.
137 fatalities.
Really?
So they're fighting now.
Oh man. You know, I just hate to hear when people take advantage of innocent people. I hate when kids are taken advantage of. I hate when older folks are taken advantage of. I hope anybody's taken advantage of. I mean, what?
Well, he's
punk?
upset. He's upset that these girls are being educated because because of his religious beliefs. He doesn't. It's against their beliefs to educate girls, women.
I don't really know how to articulate it, but it's a certain sort of subculture in the Islamic religion and in the Islamic traditions that is against Western thinking.
Right. This is not an Islamic issue as a whole. Just
right.
So you know
and
that.
so the extremists that partake in that particular part of Islam, the radicals, those are the ones that are going way over the top. So that's where they're getting their whole ideals from with this Western education. It's the Western thing that's the operative word.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I can only. Wow, it's so sad. You know these. What's the ages of these girls? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Man, only a punk does stuff like that.
And I just have so many opinions on this. I guess I need to wait to express them because.
So what could we do to?
I have no idea, and I'm hoping that someone's watching. They might know, something we can get involved with to be of support. I just think, we have a platform. And there are other media outlets that are talking about it. Everybody's on Twitter and Facebook or whatever, but we have a platform. So if you know anything and if we can be of support, I figured we're here, and we have an email, realityoflove@live@gmail.com.
It's crazy.
And yeah, maybe somebody might call you up one night this week or next week, but.
Wow.
These are babies. These aren't even like captives of America. Like, these are children of the world.
Yeah. No, I got you.
And women, young girls, our future women of the world. Yeah. And I would just hate to think who has them right now.
That's crazy.
Yes.
My heart goes out to the girls and of course their parents and their families. Please, just when you think you've had it bad, you have it rough, there's somebody else going through something far more, heavy than what you might be experiencing. And you think what you're going through is really the end of the world and the weight is on your shoulders. And I'm not saying it's not, but I'm just saying, the truth is what it is. And that is that there's somebody in a distant land who you have no knowledge of that might be in a far worse situation than what you might be experiencing right now. So my heart goes out to those girls, and I pray for their safety and their well-being. It doesn't look like it's a.
It happened April 14th.
April 14th.
And
today is May 8th.
So it's going to be a month. So I don't know what their conditions would be.
It's crazy.
I'm sure if they're looking to sell them, they want to keep them.
Sell them.
Okay. Yeah.
So
they wanted each girl was going to be sold for $12.
To who?
That's what we don't know.
Man, I got
my
homework for
no. This is it's the whole sex trade.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, this is crazy, man.
Yeah. Trafficking.
You know
so
what?
Some could be here.
Around a year ago, I heard about this
like
child trafficking. It's really a big thing.
It's-
It's a big business, and it really is true. As a matter of fact, there were a couple of attempted child abductions just a couple of weeks ago, and it was on TV here locally in the New York area.
You talking about the young teenage girls?
Yeah, there was and one fought the attacker,
Okay.
and he couldn't get her in the car. So this it's not just happening in a far distant land; it's happening right
No.
here. That's why I'm all for, and I don't mean to sound imbalanced, but I'm all for definitely women and children to get self-defense classes. I mean, it really is so vitally important, and it teaches a lot of discipline, self-discipline, control on many levels,
Right.
and awareness as well.
With
But
you on that.
you can, I mean, because of the kind of world that we're living in, I think it's important because we're dealing with so many people who take advantage of people who are at a disadvantage, like elderly people, like kids. Obviously, an elderly person cannot fight the same way as somebody younger than them. But that's why I feel it's important that kids learn martial art. I'm all for that. Women and even men. I mean, learn how to defend yourself if you don't have a weapon. Unfortunately, we're not dealing with old school terms. Even back in the day, the Indians lost because they didn't have enough weapons. If they had fiery weapons, I don't think they would have lost too many battles. But when you're going against somebody who has a gun as opposed to somebody who has an arrow, it's just not a balanced situation. So I think it's great if we learn how to do this.
Yeah.
I know I've strayed away from it, but I want to get back into studying again.
Some type of like martial art. Or
Yeah,
like
I used to study.
self-defense.
Yeah. And it's good to know. It really is good to know because you just never know when a situation may occur, and you need to really protect yourself, your family, your loved ones, and it really does come in handy. And like I said, the discipline is really great, and it teaches a great deal of respect.
Who are you saying, Ish?
I was just saying, Boko Haram, the guy who abducted those girls, and their ages 12 to 15, not 8 to 12.
That's
sorry,
crazy.
but he went on a public rant in like kind of YouTube style.
His video.
He did a video, and he basically said, he went on to say that, obviously they're against the Western education, but also there is a huge market for selling humans. And he's laughing throughout the entire, like sadistic about it, like laughing through the whole video.
That's
But
sad.
if you go on, tell people they can go on CNN and they're updating it, like,
It's a
every
current story
time.
right now?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
just got posted.
Hey, look, we try to bring you the information that you need, that you should know about, and look into it so that way you're well informed. I'm sure Reverend Al Sharpton
Yes.
and Imhotep Gary Bird will be covering that story on WBLS over the course of the weekend. And it's something that we need to really pay attention to and keep those little girls in our prayers. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Wow. Unbelievable.
And it is a love issue. We gotta love each other, man. We gotta
Yeah,
love our
man.
children. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, we do. On this trip to Jamaica, I obviously I talked to quite a few people,
Mhm.
and upon talking to the folks, I came across folks who were going through. Rich Lamont, there he is. Welcome back. Thank you, Rich. I came across a couple of situations. I always fall into situations where people always have relationships, problems. or whatever.
Yay.
So there was one situation.
Ask Lenny.
It must be. But there was one situation, and I asked this young lady, so are you in a relationship? She's like, well, I'm not, but he is. What?
What?
Wait, what do you mean? So she was with her girlfriend. So she's like, yeah, wait till you hear this story.
Okay.
I'm like, and I know we're running out of time, so I'll make it real quick. Bottom line is that dude is involved with this young lady who has 4 children from a previous situation. None of these children belong to him.
Mhm.
He provides for them, takes care of the woman, takes care of, the children. And he works, like, let's say he lives in New York, but on the weekends he works up in Boston.
Okay.
But she is really the controlling factor in this relationship. she's like, well, if he really stepped up to be a man, I wouldn't have to take control. If he did his part in this relationship, I really wouldn't have to take control.
All the way confused right now. But
yeah,
he's
I was
paying, but
confused.
he's financially supporting her. He's being supportive. Okay.
So basically, she's a control person. That's what I got out of this situation. She's because this guy, and again, if women pick men, I don't know why she picked a guy like this, but evidently she's probably been picking a series of men that kind of have his prototype for her to have the mindset that she has where she feels she's in control of this relationship. And more importantly though, she talks, I mean, it's gotten so embedded into her DNA that I even recorded her on tape.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's an attractive woman. And I don't know if guys appreciate a woman who is, challenging for them. I'm too old to.
Well, what do you mean by challenging?
Challenging, like
drama or challenging?
Challenging. So if a woman plays more hard to get, or more
games.
just to kind of engage in conversation with whatever the case may be, that's like I'm going to pursue this until I can win her over. So I was sitting by poolside, and her and her girlfriend were walking by, and they had told me, after she told me her first situation, she had told me how guys are just obviously attracted to her.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, she is a nice looking woman. But how they offer, to do things like, hey, look, let's go horseback riding. I'll pay for it. Da, da, da. But she controls the whole situation.
I'm all the way confused. I don't see what's wrong with. Was she complaining about her relationship? What's her complaint? What is she complaining about?
Her complaint is that the man is not stepping up to his level of responsibility, whatever level of responsibility that might be.
But taking care of 4 children that don't belong his.
And
okay, I forget about her. What's his problem? Because I wouldn't be with such a.
I don't know, weak dude. I don't know.
Asshole.
Desperate and waiting. Desperate and tolerating.
And spending his money. And good. You know what? Men like that. He's got. I don't know what he's getting, but that pisses me off.
She controls the sex.
That's gonna be over, and he's gonna meet a good one, and then that person's gonna deserve his input.
She said,
and every woman is gonna be bad. Whatever.
She shared this with me. She's like, "What kind of man calls you up when you're on vacation and asks if he can get some when he comes back? When I come back."
Your boyfriend, the one who's paying for 4 kids that aren't his.
But more importantly, I'm not going to be with your black butt or green butt or yellow butt if I got to go through those measures. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. If I'm in a relationship with you.
Something in this pot not too clean.
If he's calling ahead for it, it's good.
It's good.
Yeah, that's what he's paying.
That's Rich Lamont talking.
That's Rich talking. What?
I'm not going to call somebody up and... I'm not going to even stay long in this relationship. Yeah, that means she turned his ass out, or he doesn't get it.
He sounds a little turned out to me, Rich.
He's turned. Yeah, nah.
How old are these people?
They're not kids. They're like 30s, 40s.
Well, I hope not with 4 kids.
Hey, look. Wow. I just met someone who they must have had their kid really, really early, because they're like 22.
Sometimes this show is like birth control for me.
Hey, look,
it really
it's
is.
Crazy, man.
Because
really people do things like crazy. That's all I can say. They really do. Hey, look, time is flowing by. We're over the top.
Love.
It is the reality of
Follow Lenny Green on Instagram, Lenny Green on Twitter, Lenny Green on Facebook, Mr. Radio on Facebook. Quit something else, Lenny kissing something on Facebook.
Hey, look, I kept my Kissing After Dark Facebook page as well. Lenny Green. Follow Indy Smith. She's on Twitter. She's on Instagram. It's Indy online.
It's Indy online on Instagram.
On Instagram.
Mm-hmm. It's Indy on Twitter.
It's Indy on
Indy
Twitter.
Smith on Facebook.
And your website is?
It's Indy online.
And whenever she decides to write for my website, it's LennyGreen.com. We are having our annual...
Global Veto HH.
Yeah. Memorial Weekend, Memorial Sunday. Indy will be bowling.
Am I?
Yeah.
If I'm here. Okay, yeah, I'm bowling.
If you're here, where you going?
I'm supposed to go away. Because I didn't get to go away on my, like, school vacay.
What
I wasn't jealous of that trip.
What if you? No, yeah, she doesn't. She never wants to go to Jamaica ever, Rich, ever. I don't know what you told her. Oh, she met Trevor or Winston. Oh,
Donovan.
there you go, Donovan.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I've been there twice. I don't need to go back.
There's definitely something.
Turks
That's a
and
story. Right?
Caicos.
That's a story.
Turks and Caicos was pretty nice. I can go back there again.
That's all beachfront. Yeah.
Nobody was there. You know what? I am a fan of solitude.
No, you're a fan of no one being around.
That's solitude.
No, they call that. That's another.
A hermit.
Situation. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
That's the better word.
Yep.
You're a hermit.
I don't want you to talk to me, say hello, try to pick me up. No, we're not gonna do. No, just.
Unless one thing.
Unless you're ratchet.
Unless it's ratchet. If it's ratchet, then he can do all the above. Because she's gonna what? She's gonna reel your ass right in. That's exactly what's gonna happen.
You know what? We're gonna start speaking positive things into existence as far as my love life.
You need to just leave the ratchet dudes alone for my.
You know what's? I don't purposely go out and look for ratchet. It just maybe because in my heart I'm I'm a little ratchet.
I know.
You know I am.
No, I know.
Like I'm real classy, but I love my ratchet side.
I know you do, Indy. I know. I worked around you for a minute now, so I know how much R you have in you.
Oh,
for sure. But look.
Oh, you are what?
Latavia Roberson, formerly of Destiny's Child, and now part of the R&B Divas Atlanta, comes in to join me Monday. So make sure you're here for that. Wednesday, Miss Avery Sunshine, strong, dynamic songstress. If you've never seen this woman or know about her music, Google it over the weekend, get a sample of her. Have you familiar with Avery Sunshine?
Yeah.
She comes in on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, we have Teresa Randolph, who heads up the Miss Full Figured USA pageant.
Nice.
And they are having auditions next weekend. So for those of you who want
to be
judging?
A part of that, are you gonna judge? Are you on the panel?
I haven't been asked.
We're gonna get that going.
You are.
Yeah, of course I'm gonna put that in her ear.
Thanks a lot, Indy. I could always depend on you.
What?
Okay,
I appreciate that. Well, I think you'll be a good judge because we did for your calendar the models,
right,
and you picked some really pretty women. So I think you should do that. I think that'd be great.
Some of the women who I picked though got pregnant along the way. So before I could,
wait a minute. You see?
Do you know them?
See?
You know, because they were ratchet.
Watch the company you keep. No, you the rat. I'm done. Where's our producer?
Hey, I don't know.
I can't.
But look,
this is about to be ratchet.
I think this is gonna be over for. So we might as well just wait until. Are you gonna hit him up on
the phone?
We're ratchet. Oh wow. So look, we really appreciate you being here. Next week, full lineup. Oh, but let me tell you this. My dear friend Iyanla Van Zant, this weekend on the OWN Network, will debut her season 3 of Fix My Life.
So excited.
Hot series. And don't forget, Iyanla is going on tour with Oprah. And she's coming.
Are we going on that tour?
We are not.
Yes, we can.
We're not going on the tour. However, she is coming into New Jersey. And when she comes into New Jersey...
Are we going? We have to go. Lenny, look at me, Lenny.
Okay,
Focus.
Oprah Jr. So this is what we're going to do.
We have to be on the Oprah
We'll see you next week.
Oh, did he cut us off?
Don't know.
I don't care.
Later.
I don't need nobody to see. We have to be on the Oprah tour. We have to go.